I've never turned this wood before. It's called Osage Orange. And honestly, I didn't even know what it was when I bought it. I ordered it online from Exotic Wood Zone because I liked the name. And now I'm looking at it thinking, did I make a mistake? This stuff is hard, which means heat, and heat means it could burn when sanding. If I'm a little impatient, and I'm never impatient, press too hard and I could ruin it before I even get a finish on it. I've never worked with it before. Am I allergic? Is this going to mess with me? I have no idea how this wood behaves. So this is a bit of a gamble. Unknown wood, unknown behavior, real chance of screwing it up. Let's find out what happens. I'm going to start out making this round. Using my favorite bowl gouge is going to make short work of it. I'm keeping that mask on because I'm not certain how I'm going to react to this wood. Somebody asked me why I tap the top of the bowl with the gouge. I'm listening to see if the bowl is round. If it's round, it'll be smooth. If it's not, it'll bounce up and down as it hits the flat spots. So now I'm going to cut the bottom. Off camera, I drew a line for the diameter of my chuck so I can grab onto it. So I'm going to make a nice 10 in there, then I'm going to turn the bottom. So far, this wood is cutting very nice. Nice and clean, even lines, not really fighting me. I like it. I used to use a bead for the foot, but that was breaking on me when I attached the chuck. So now I cut a 10 in about ½ an inch or 13 millimeters wide, and I slope it in towards the center. Eventually, I drill out the center for my token. This gives me more meat for the chuck to grab onto, and I think it looks better. I'm getting some end grain tear out on this, so before I start sanding it and doing my final shaping, I'm going to put some shellac on it to try to seal that end grain. I'm going to sand this from 120 to 600. I keep that tool moving so I don't do any burning. I'm conscious of the fact that this wood could burn. And right there you can see my dust collector pulling that dust out because I don't know if I'm allergic to this wood or not. With the bottom sanded, I'm going to pull it off from this chuck. It's screwed in with the worm screw. You saw that earlier. Now I'm going to flip it around and hollow it out. The chuck's got a good grip on it and the tailstock's up holding it into place. So I'm going to take my favorite bowl gouge and I'm going to make short work of this and I'm going to hollow this right out. Now I'm going to use 2 carbide negative rake scrapers. The first to get the wall to the thickness I want. Then I'll take the wide one and I'll flatten out the bottom. With most of the turning done, I'm going to add some shellac to the inside. I have some torn end grain and I'm concerned about burning. The power sander disc could touch the sides, which could cause some burning, and I need those end grains sealed, so I'm hoping that the shellac will help minimize any problem. Okay, it's a couple of days later. I took the bowl off the lathe to work on the fire lake bowl. There you're seeing a picture of it. This bowl has a bit of a ledge on the inside. I noticed when I was applying the shellac, and there's a little bit of end grain tear out. I'm going to cut that ledge off and then sand it. I'm still concerned with burning during sanding, so I'm going to add some CA glue to the end grain tear out on the inside and try to seal that end grain just a little bit more. You can see there is some discoloration in there, a little bit of stuff. Some of that is sequoiance from the wood and some of that could be burning. I'm just trying to be really cautious. With the CA glue set up, I'm going to sand this from 120 to 600 grit. Now I'm concerned about burning, and burning is caused by heat buildup. So I keep that tool moving, I don't let it sit in one place, and I reduce the RPMs on the lathe. After dry sanding, I'm going to move to wet sanding with the Scotch pads. I'm going to go gray and then white to give me a nice finish. With the sanding complete, I'm going to try and see what's going on with the foot. I might have marred the foot just a little bit when I clamped the jaws down on it. So I'm going to take a look here, and the camera's not going to pick it up, but there is a little bit of damage there. So I'm going to flip it around with my homemade vacuum chuck, and I'm going to clean that foot up. This is one of the reasons I like adding the token to the bottom, because I can bring the tailstock up, pinch the bowl between the tailstock and the vacuum chuck holding it in place. Then I can take my tool and I can just take a little bit of a shaving off that edge. You can see I got it nice and centered on there, and clean up any tool marks that were left behind. I'm going to sand this from 120 to probably 600. Then I will switch to a wet sanding and finish her up. Even without any finish on this wood, it is absolutely spectacular. It's another one of my favorite woods. I know they say that every time. So there's nothing on this. This is just from the sanding. There's some sequoias in there, some interesting figure. And this next thing that happens is actually pretty funny, so stay tuned. And of course, me dropping it didn't help. Okay, so let's pretend that didn't happen. I didn't drop it. So since I didn't drop this, there's no dents on it. Actually, there aren't any dents on it. So I really didn't hurt it, but I did drop it, which, you know, still makes me a klutz. Now that I picked the bowl back up after dropping it, I'm going to add 3 coats of Waterlox gloss, lightly buff it between each coat to bring out the figure and grain in this wood. So before we move on to the final reveal, we have the black limbo bowl. This bowl I managed to turn between the Fire River bowl and the Osage bowl. This one should be coming out in 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks. Behind that, you see this piece of walnut I got from the Northeastern Woodworkers Association wood auction, October 2025. That one's going to be weird shape, never having done that before. I'm interested to see how that turns out. So please like and subscribe so you don't miss any of these future projects. Here we are with the Osage bowl. Finally finished, 3 coats of Waterlox gloss. I was not allergic to it. I was very careful with my safety equipment. I'm always careful, but I was particularly careful this time not to get any of the dust, and I didn't have any issues, no rash, no nothing. I did get a little bit of burning when the disc touched the inside, but I was able to manage that, and the shellac helped. It's one of my favorite woods. I know I say that every single time, but I just love wood. I like the way it looks, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So please like and subscribe, comment. I really need the comments. It helps the engagement on the channel. So thank you, and I will see you next week.